Thank you guys for joining us today. My name is Delia, and this is my co-host,
John Chambers.
We are Life is a Game Coach podcast presenting Season 1, Life Coach Monopoly.
Brought to you by ALW Massage Therapy.
Main offices in Ahwatukee, 4001 East Mountain Sky Avenue, Suite 101, Ahwatukee, Arizona, 85044. Second office in Arcadia at 4417 North 40th Street, Suite 400, Phoenix, Arizona, 85018. You can contact them at 480-221-8099 or find them online at alwmassage.com. Today we have a special guest.
We have Greg Jones, currently a free agent. Currently a free agent. We're trying to get to Arizona right now to get it popping so we can bring him out to the desert. But this guy has been putting fear into Michigan quarterbacks for 4 years?
Yeah, 4 years. Yep, and then I saw some in the pros too.
And then the gentleman has played against the wondrous, illustrious Tom Brady.
Yeah.
So we're going to start the show off. I ain't going to waste no time. This is what we want to do right now. Since Patriots and the Eagles are in the Super Bowl.
Okay.
You have.
I have personal ties. I have personal ties with Nick Foles. His freshman year was at Michigan State University. And so I am picking the Eagles.
Oh, Delia, who you got?
I got the Eagles, man, all the way.
Oh, Lord. I guess I'm going to get beat up because I'm going with the GOAT, Tom Brady.
I'm with that. That's smart money. That's smart money. I'm on the underdog, though. I'm on the underdog.
Hey. If I had to bet money, I guess I got to go with Belichick and the team that does what they do.
Yeah.
So
when we can win games with whoever is at quarterback, whoever is at O-line, whoever on defense, and it's just a system, man, I think that's impressive, though. So, they're just a great group of guys who understand the game of football, who play it well, man.
Okay, now, quick question for all the Neanderthals. Is football rigged, sir?
Football is not rigged. I don't think anybody spends their whole life like I did, committing themselves to a sport just to have it rigged by any outside source. So no, football is not rigged.
So what made you pretty much get into a car wreck every time out there on the field? What made you stay in the league like that?
Well, I can tell you where it started from.
Where did it start from?
It started from you.
Oh, you gonna put me out? How'd it start from me?
We started getting into it, and then you're like, let's just play football, right? Am I mistaken?
Oh, okay. Keep it going. Get it in.
Right, and so I said I want to play football. Then he taught me my first few moves for trying out when I was a kid, 8 years old. But to be honest with you, man, I guess for me, at 8 years old, I still like that smell of grass that you smell before when the paint's lined up and there's people out there, and you know what I mean. I feel that same way every single time I step on the field, and I think that's why I became addicted. And then you go to the pros, man, it's just on another level, and that becomes addicting too. And it's hard to quit, but our bodies, are made to play the game for that long, So, but yeah, I just got addicted from that point on, man, and now I am where I am today in the game of football.
Okay, now, since where you are in the game of football, what was the most hardest coach you ever had to deal with?
Oh my goodness!
From high school all the way up to the CFL career.
Wow, my hardest coach. There's a lot of them, man. There's a lot of them. In college, Coach Narduzzi, who's now the head coach at Pitt University.
That's what's up.
We had some talks. Bucks, and now we're like no, seriously, man, we're like family now, and he's blessed my career.
Since you are banging out all these hits, what was the worst hit you ever put on a quarterback?
My worst hit, it was 2000. It was 2009. We're playing Illinois. His name was Nathan Shillhouse. Picked up, slammed into the turf. He left the game seconds later, and he never returned.
Oh.
Did you send him a thank you card or a Christmas card?
I don't think he want to talk to me.
Did you put the guy in the hospital?
Listen, man, I can neither confirm nor deny.
Right,
that, man. But no, honestly, that was probably the worst hit, where I knew that I put a lick on the dude pretty bad. Yeah.
What was your welcome to the NFL moment?
Oh man, let's see. Probably it was a practice. We were doing individual drills, and I was the dummy. I had to do everything, get the bags, carry the helmets. I had to do all that right before practice and during practice. And then we got to a point where we did 907, our inside run, most people call it. And I had to get through some O-linemen and go against, oh my goodness, what was his name? Oh my goodness, it was a running back who ended up playing. He played for a long time, and we just hit so hard we didn't move, and that was like the beginning. And then I also want to say my first ever Monday Night Football game that I started against the Rams. I had my first ever goal line stand against Cadillac Williams. And I knocked him for a loss of 2 yards and held him to a field goal. And that was probably the most electrifying moment of my life. Those moments right there were like my welcome to the NFL.
Now, since today is Super Bowl Sunday, please tell me, what was it like, that whole circus of a meeting, since you've been through it before?
Yeah, it's crazy. Well, you get 2 jerseys. You get a media jersey, and you get your actual game jersey. You got to sign autographs. Every outlet that you ever been connected to. So I had like a lot of Michigan outlets coming up to me, obviously. A couple Ohio, and then. At the time, we were featured on one of their rookie features, I guess they had, because I was the first linebacker to start since Lawrence Taylor for the New York Giants. So me, Spencer Paysinger, and Jaquan Williams, who were pretty effective during the year, were featured as, these up-and-coming linebackers. And Mark Hurley's we're all featured on these up-and-coming linebackers in the NFL or on the team at that time to an NFL. So that was crazy for that. And then, but for me, I didn't have to do any big podiums or anything like that. At that point in time in the season, I was a backup and more of a special teamer at that time.
But you started in the Super Bowl.
I was in the first play of the game. That is correct. Yes.
That's got to be the best feeling in the world.
Well, it's one of these things, okay? So I'm on kickoff return. For those of you who don't know, you have to run backwards first as the ball being kicked off. And all I could think about is not falling. And because seriously, if you fall down and miss your guy, that could change the game. You know, you get a forced fumble or anything like that, and in turn of that flight or fear moment, I end up blocking two guys at the same time. So it was an amazing thing, and you think about what it's going to be like when you get there, and it was everything else, everything you dream of and more. It really was.
Tell us what you up to right now. What is your accomplishments for the next 12 months?
What my accomplishments?
Or what's going to be your goals for the next 12 months?
Ooh, for the next 12 months, while right now I work with a company, also I do Legacy Football. It's my football company that I help run. We have about 7 or 8 events that I want to crush all those. I want to maximize exposure for young kids, predominantly in high school. I want to maximize their exposure. I also... what else do I want to do? I want our skincare business to grow with Rodan Fields that we do. Shout out to my wife, who's been really, really spearheading that venture that we're on right now. It's been amazing.
I was reading up on you and your wife's program, Life is Your Playbook.
So Life is Your Playbook, it started I went to go to a football banquet in Canada, in Windsor. And I went, I was a little nervous. I was actually very nervous. I had my cards and all this stuff written out. And I get a standing ovation afterwards. And my wife filmed it on Facebook. And I get something like 1,700 likes on Facebook. And then a buddy of mine reached out to me, said, I want you to come be a speaker for us. I said, okay. He said at the time it paid, it was $250 for the hour. I said, whatever. I just want to go talk to kids. And then I tell them this whole plan to talk to athletes and do drug prevention. And next thing you know, this big contract comes and inked that deal. And it was great. It was actually it was really beautiful. And then, I did camps. I talked to high school, and I'm still talking to high schools. So I have about 4 or 5 events coming up there too that I want to just crush and really reach kids. I think it's important, and why I want to do it so much. And John knows this. Growing up from where we come from, it's very easy to lose your way, and it's very, very.
From the mean streets of Cincinnati, Ohio.
Well, yeah, I mean, early 2000s, there was a lot going on. I mean, it was the riots, and you know what I mean? You remember that, John? And
yeah.
So it was tough, and I try to paint a picture, especially now I'm in Detroit, because Cincinnati is very much like that, Detroit in the 6 and 7 mile a lot. So the racial inequality is a big, big deal, and a lot that comes from that, and then the kids from that area get into things they shouldn't be doing, quite frankly. And so those are the things that I like to talk about and really show kids that there is a way out, and you can stay on the right path, and you can be a good guy and finish first. Those are some of the things that I like to talk to kids about, as well as the drug prevention as well, understanding if they make those decisions, what can happen to them and how it can affect their careers down the line, especially for those athletes who think that, nobody knows what's going on, nobody cares, as long as I do well in sports, nobody's going to bat an eye on me, and that's obviously not the case. That's not true. So that's one of the reasons why I brought in Life is Your Playbook, so people can use those plays in their life. And I have like a little notebook for them, and I have a Twitter and Facebook handle that they can follow, and just for them to follow every day. I do my quotes, and I message kids every now and then if they have questions, stuff like that. But yeah, that's one of the things I really want to see happen and flourish in the next 12 months. And then Fellowship of Christian Athletes, which I'm with. I would like to see more. We call them huddles, which is a coach who is a believer of the faith. Or follower, excuse me, he gets together with a small group of kids, or we hope a large group of kids and athletes to talk about what they want to do with within the ministry and what they want to do with God and how they feel and stuff, and just really a hub for them to go and share how they feel their day to day and what they're battling in relationship to their faith. So that's what we do there as well. You know, we do Bibles and daily breads and stuff like that for the kids also. And then I just want to be able to be a good dad and a good husband. And continually do that over the next 12 months, though. But yeah, that's about it, man, for me over the next 12 months.
You did something especially great and wonderful at the end of the Super Bowl when you played.
Yes.
Walk us through that. What made you propose to your wife at the Super Bowl?
All right. We had a planned vacation to go to St. Lucia after the season, win, lose, or draw. And I was going to propose then. Somehow, I slipped up or I told somebody and they slipped up, but I got back to her and she knew.
Oh.
She's yelling she didn't know. I'm sorry.
Bring her in. Bring her in. We want to hear her side too.
She did know. Anyhow, because she was always smiling a lot more afterwards than that. Don't look at me like that.
Come on in. Come on in, Mandy.
No, No. She's.
I ain't got my makeup done.
She doesn't yet.
Okay, well, hi, Mandy.
We'll say hello.
Anyhow, she knew, whatever. So I told my buddy, I said, when we win, I am going to propose to my wife. He says, bro, that's going to be the craziest thing ever. What I didn't know is that's never been done before.
Beautiful.
Really?
I didn't know.
Not during the season. I mean, not during that.
Exactly.
Wait a minute. So was that during the whole Sharpie Gate incident with Joe Horn and all that, and they was complaining?
No, I don't. It was when I proposed, it was during Eli Manning's MVP acceptance speech. And I don't think he was very happy.
I bet not.
Easy, whatever. Anyhow, I did it. And so, and then after that, it was crazy. Flavor Flav congratulated me. Al Roker congratulated me. Gosh, it was nuts. Man, we were supposed to be on Good Morning New York. TMZ chased us down.
Lord.
What else? Yeah, it was on that. It was on ESPN. Hannah Storm was talking about me the next day. Yeah, it was just, I was everywhere really, really fast. And then within about a week, it all.
You said about a week?
Yeah, that's all.
Media, right?
Well, that's all I needed. Then we had the parade. And so the parade was awesome too. So, yeah.
So, but did you feel like it was like something you had to do at that Super Bowl?
I just thought I knew I could surprise her. I knew that she wouldn't even come close to seeing it coming because Manny always thinks she can outsmart me.
Well, I saw the video of that. I was actually just reviewing it again earlier today, and yes. She was definitely surprised.
I got it good. Yeah. I see it coming. I felt like that lasted for a long time when I was on my knee before she said yes. Because she just started crying. I was like, is she crying like this much because she's about to tell me to stand up? Or,
you better say yes.
Yeah, I was like, what's going on here? But yeah, no, it was really, really cool moment though.
So what is your legacy that you want to leave?
The legacy that I want to leave is that it's okay to go against the grain and do the right thing. That's really the legacy I want to leave, even though we just got done talking a whole lot about football and I love that game. But at the end of the day, I think that's all I want to be said about myself and for my kids is that it's okay to do the right thing and go against the grain doing it. So, but yeah, I mean, football is football. You know what I mean? My name is on the wall in Michigan State, the Big Ten Championship, and it's on Lombardi Trophy as a Super Bowl champion as well.
Now, wait a minute. Before you go on from Michigan State, didn't you win like a Hall of Fame in Michigan State, like their Hall of Fame or whatever, College Football Hall of Fame?
There is some talks, some rumors that I could be in the Ring of Honor. But that is not, I can't
confirm or deny
that statement.
Don't be holding out.
I wouldn't do that. You know,
we trying to get exclusives here. I ain't gonna TMZ you. We need exclusives right now.
I'm not trying to shoot my ride down neither.
I feel you.
But anyhow, yeah. So we are.
It's a possibility at this point.
Right, it is a possibility at this point.
I've seen a lot of the studies that are coming out regarding TBI and the NFL. So how do you feel about that?
I feel this way. The NFL, right, because it starts top to bottom, meaning that it goes from NFL all the way down to Little League. The NFL is doing everything they can to make the game safer, as well as update equipment to make the game safer. And what I said initially, when they try to make the game, meaning the rules, they're doing whatever they can within the rules to make the game safer for players. And then with the equipment, is just outstanding what they're doing every year. There's new helmets that are safer. There's better padding. They even are doing stuff for turf now. They're using more cushioned turfs to help with falls, especially for guys who can get off the ground, and come down, or even like what happened when I hit the one kid and we fell and hit the turf and was knocked out. There's more cushion to catch his fall there. Then I think that they're doing everything they can to do that, though. So, I mean.
Do you feel like any of that will be enough to completely prevent or reduce the amount of TBI that happens?
I think that reduce is a better word than trying to get rid of it. I don't think that's ever going to happen, but I think reduce is what all you can aim for. I think to fully eliminate TBI or CTE, I don't think you're ever going to be able to do that, because by the time some players reach NFL, they've already getting close to their limit anyway. So I also think Little League should start at 10 to 11 and not anywhere before that. That's another thing I would change as well. I know there's other players that are fighting and advocating for that. But I think that kids should start playing at 11 and 12 and not at 5 years old. I don't think that's right.
Now, do you think that medical marijuana should be used?
Okay. Yeah. So I got asked this earlier, a few days ago or a couple weeks ago. It is reducing in some studies. I heard it is reducing CTE. I mean, I don't know. I don't know, but I hope that if you are doing it, I hope it works. But yeah, no, I'd be very curious. I think it's worth a try. I think it's better than the story that I go talk about is with a guy who gets ODs on hydrocodone, you know what I mean, and dies. From what I can tell from the stories I've read, I haven't seen anybody OD on weed. So, that's just my take on it. That's just my take.
So with everything going on, and you was in the time you just came off when New York was basically going through a whole tumultuous situation with, like, what was it? Plexico Burress, Antonio Pierce, the whole leg incident.
Yeah, no. Plex and AP was before me. I was the other super. I was 2011.
Okay, cool. Yeah. But at the same time, like with Ray Rice and everything else, how do you stay out the media like that? Because I know you saw yourself in media results. You show yourself as a blue collar worker. Now, do you feel like how does that make you feel when you're in a city like New York, where everything?
I think you can either try in the city of New York. You can either try to be in the now or in the know, or try not to be. And I tried not to be. I did everything I could to keep a low profile. I wanted that. I wanted simple in the midst of a very busy town, because the last thing I wanted to do is get distracted and put my career at jeopardy. And so, in New York, I mean, that's one of the biggest markets I would see in the world. And so I didn't want to be caught up in that. I'm from Cincinnati. We keep it real simple. And that's how I've always remained. And I think that's what, has guided me through the midst of my career, playing in the cities like, New York and Jacksonville and Vegas and all these places, just really trying to keep it low key, keep my name out. I don't even sometimes wouldn't tell people that I play professional football. So.
You use the alias too?
Not an alias. I just said I was in training, and so, which is truthful, somewhat.
He was part of the Jamaican bobsled team.
I was not a part of the team.
So, what did your sense of God tell you about everything that you deal with? Since you're an entrepreneur, let's start this way. If you're an entrepreneur, what would you tell a fellow entrepreneur to keep doing?
It's funny. I've tried to change my style a couple times outside of my nature, in the sense that I want to be aggressive. I want to be, cutthroat and hard nosed, and that's just not me. You got to be yourself. I think it's always a good time to do the right thing. I think that something that I've learned, that you always got to give more than what's expected, because your consumers, right? Your consumers, they get something, but I always want the consumer to feel like, man, I wasn't expecting to get that much from this product, and now I want more, and I think that's something that I would tell entrepreneurs. And then don't be scared to take the opportunity.
If you felt like you could do it all over again, would you do it?
I would definitely. I was talking about that with my wife the other day. Without a doubt, I wouldn't change anything, or shouldn't say that. I would change a couple things. But I would definitely go for the ride again, though. I mean, but if I knew I couldn't change anything, I would still go for the ride.
So what got you motivated? Period. The day before the game or whatever. What is your routine? What gets you motivated for that game?
Just remember why I started. I knew that I was going to be there that day, and I want to do everything I could to hold on to it. And I did. I did everything I could. Injuries plagued me, but it is what it is. And I've been, like I said, I'm excited for the ride I had. But the motivation, man, everything I started for, and just the preparation that I worked so hard for throughout the week, being able to unleash that on Sundays or Mondays or Thursdays, whenever we played, was the blessing and the gift at the end of the road. Especially at the end of the week. So yeah.
So what was the hardest quarterback to prepare for?
Tommy Brady. Easy. Done.
Who?
Tom Brady, Tommy B, TB12, the GOAT. Yeah.
That guy.
I don't know. Yeah, the guy.
That guy.
Yeah.
Who's that?
Yeah.
Tom Brady, quarterback of the Patriots, that's going to end up carving up Eagles defense. He's going to carve them up, man. You sure you got the Eagles? Come on, you want to change your prediction now?
I will not change my prediction. You know me. I'm not a turncoat, brother. I think it's gonna be a high scoring game. I see a 34-28 victory. 35 victory, sorry.
It's gonna be a defensive struggle.
I don't know about that.
Come on now. Come on.
Last year, the Falcons put up 28 points, man.
Hey, look, we're not going to talk about them. That was a sore subject. That hurt it.
I'm just saying, 28 points
That's what I'm saying. It's going to be just like it was, 28-21. That's what I got. Huh?
It was not.
Some aloe for the burn?
Yes.
It was John. It was. They were down 28-3 and scored. So I'm just letting you know. It was not 28-21. It was 35.
No. That's what I got the score for this game.
Oh. No, I disagree.
Okay.
I disagree.
I don't think Tom Brady gonna lock it up like he think he is, but it's gonna be he gonna get the win. It's gonna be either close, it's all get out. It's not gonna be a blowout.
No. I'm not a blowout, but a high scoring game though. There's gonna be a lot of scores. It's gonna be one to talk about for a long time. I know that for sure.
For sure, it's Tom Brady, especially if he win that ring.
Especially if he wins, that's a lot of diamonds to put on the ring.
I know, but since when you was hurt, like how did you bounce back from that? Because you hear a lot of players that don't bounce back from being hurt.
You know what? It's very cliche, but it was the best moment of my life in the sense I got to see so many people who I thought were my friends and close people around me fade away. That I realized then what I was, you know what I mean? It reinforced what I was doing it for, you know? And so being hurt, that it sucked. Don't get me wrong. It was awful. I got a plate in my leg and everything now still. But the comeback.
Colossus, ain't you?
I didn't hear you.
Real life Colossus.
Yeah, dude. Dude, I got a plate in there. I got bone spurs that had to come out. It was tough. It was really tough, but it was a great moment for me. It kind of my faith and just everything, helped me bounce back. And then to actually get back and sign with the Tennessee Titans, and play was it was all worth it, man. And I remember those times, and there was only a few people around me, man, like yourself and my wife and the trainer I had at the time that was it, So, yeah.
Well, sir, it's been an honor and a privilege.
Yes.
Thank you so very much
Thank you guys for having me.
So, like I said, when we start doing the full live videos, we want you back on the show. Is that all right?
I would love for that to happen, man.
Okay, good sir. Once again, this is Greg Jones, the Terra, the entrepreneur, the great and wonderful, all-around good guy, blue collar, make you want to holla.
You're so silly. So silly, dude.
So thank you for showing up on the show. And once again, we'll get back at you, and we appreciate it. Thank you.
No problem, baby. I love you, man. Thanks for having me. I appreciate it.
Love you too.
Have a great night.